Hello and welcome back to another instructional video from the good folks there at Great Lakes Medical Billing and Practice Management. This is the second video in a series on avantMD 2.0. This is a video focusing on claims and basically how to create and submit claims. So basically the objective is to show you how to, in avantMD 2.0, create and submit claims. One big difference is, of course, is there's no invoices in version 2.0. It's only claims. The process is very similar to the previous version, just a few differences. It's really kind of straightforward. A couple of quirks that once you figure them out, should be really straightforward and intuitive. So basically, I'm going to show you in the system here. We're going to create some new claims. We'll find the patient that the claim relates to, add the various codes, show you where some additional information for accidents and labs and ambulances and so on are, and then talk about some visit status and hold reasons, and then of course how to submit. So here we are in avantMD 2.0. I am in the demo account, so we can do anything we want to do here, except for actually submit the claims, but that's okay. So basically what you're doing is you're going to go to claims. And you'll see down here at the bottom some claims that have already been created. When you're looking to create a new claim, basically you can see down here you've got the little new claim button. So we'll click on that. And we're going to search for a patient to create the claim for. So you click on the red hyperlink for patient. And you'll notice if you watch the first video, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out here because it's not showing the full screen. You'll notice that there's a little scroll thing there. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the zoom a little bit down to 100%. There we go. So we can see the whole screen without having to scroll. So let's see here. Patient last name, Duck, I think is a good one. Obviously, you can search by date of birth and first name. There's a variety of different things that you can search by. If it's a Great Lakes biller, then you might want to select the entity. Again, that's the client level. Again, in the demo, I've only got the one demo entity here. So we can do, let's do Howard the Duck here. Again, we're clicking on the blue portion, not just anywhere to select it. You got to actually click on the blue. You'll notice then there's defaults come in. You've got their default patient insurance, location, provider. Again, these are defaults. So if we want to say that his normal provider is Doc Hollywood here, we can say that, nope, it's going to be Dr. Dre instead. And again, the insurance, all these things default. And then, of course, as you might expect, we're going to do start with the diagnoses. We've got ICD-9, ICD-10. Right now, we're obviously looking at ICD-9. You can search by text. So let's say cough, if I can spell cough. Okay, so let's pick that one. Obviously, this isn't a real claim. I'm just making this all up. Once you've selected it, you can go ahead and add it. And you'll notice now it shows up down here. If you made a mistake, you can go ahead and delete it. And it's got the item A for the pointers, which we'll get to here in a minute. You can also search by the number. So if you happen to know what the number is, so acute myocardial infarction. Howard the Duck is not a very healthy camper at all. So once again you've selected it, you go ahead and add it. Now you've got your things there. And let's give him, I don't know, something's broken. Sure, he's got a broken implant too. That doesn't sound very good. Okay, so you just add basically as many of the diagnosis codes as you need. And then they show up down here again. You can delete them if you want to. Next, we're going to go to the CPT codes, and I'm just going to, I don't know, the 993s are very popular. I don't know, he's got one of these. You can then, as you scroll down a little bit, You can say that the diagnostic pointer for this one is A, and then the format is going to be comma B. Let's just say it's A and B only. If you wanted to do whatever, a 50 modifier, for example. If you want to change the place of service, you'll notice that the fees default based on the master fee schedule. Shouldn't have to do anything with those. And then similarly, you're going to click on Add. And you'll notice then it shows up here at the bottom. And you can do, think of another good code. Let's say, I don't know. Anyway, you can select different, these aren't going to be very good codes, obviously, but you can select by the code or by the descriptions. We'll just pick that one for the heck of it. We'll say this one is related to A, to B, and to C. No modifiers. I'm just going to leave everything default. But you can see clearly how this is intended to work. And of course, again, you're going to click on Add. And you'll see that it's down here. Okay. So obviously, you would complete all the various codes that you needed and modifiers, so on and so forth. When you've done the basic, you're going to go ahead in here and do update. Okay, so you'll see we've got Dr. Dre seeing Howard the Duck. Now, what's not necessarily intuitive is in order to add other things like ambulance, accidents, labs, etc., you have to actually do the update first, then go back into it. And you'll see the claim tab. So here's as well other things that you can add. So, you know, discharge date, you can put notes in here, reference numbers. You also then have, for example, if you, you'll notice, you know, accidents, injuries. So if you click on the blue bar, it opens it up so you can put in, you know, injury information, accident date, so on. You click it again, it closes it up. Similarly with labs, resubmission, chiropractic, ambulance. So basically you can click and it opens it up and add the additional information as you need to add it. And then obviously you're going to say, you know, go ahead and say update the claim. Okay. So that's basically the creation of the claim. Right now you'll notice it's in an open status. This is where you can get into, you can search by, you know, the status. So when you're getting ready to submit, you can click the ready to submit. You want to definitely, we're going to have this default, but for now, you want to select the practice. You can search. If you want to just find open claims that maybe, you know, would indicate that a medical biller needs to review it and process it, you can find this one that was just created. Okay. Similarly, when they go in and do their billing processing and verify and check and make sure everything is the way it needs to be, if they're done and it's good to go, they can change it to ready to submit status. They can also change it to a hold status. For example, we can say, you know, hold for credentialing and update. Okay, so now you'll see it's in a hold status. So that's one way to manage, you know, the claim status as far as just there's the visit status, which is a lot of this is system default. And then if it is in a hold status, you're able to type in the hold reason. Okay. So then once, for example, Dr. Dre's got his credentials, we can go in here and change them from a hold status to a ready to submit status. Again, go to the bottom and do the update. And again, the putting it into a ready to submit status should be done by a qualified medical biller. You'll notice then it's in a ready to submit status. So then maybe when it's time to go ahead and do to actually transmit the claims, again, you're simply going in here to claims, and you're going to search for, you can do it one at a time, certainly. but you're going to search for the ready to submit. One thing to make note, big difference in 2.0 is you do have to select the clearinghouse as Practice Insight. It's designed to support multiple clearinghouses in the future. You'll notice here we've got these two claims and ready to submit. If you wanted to, you could just select the individual claim that you wanted to submit, and then obviously click Submit, or you can click Print. Or if you had a big list of them and you wanted to select them all, you just click, and you'll notice the print preview came up for the printed version. Okay, so if you wanted to print it to paper. If you wanted to select all of them that follow under this Ready to Submit in Practice Insight, you can just click on this little checkbox up here. It'll select everything that meets the criteria, and then you can just go ahead and submit the claim, and it will submit the claim for all of the claims that have been selected. Okay. So this is kind of the overview of creating and submitting claims in avantMD 2.0. Again, it's really pretty straightforward. Probably the biggest thing that trips me up is forgetting to select the clearinghouse when I go to submit it. When you do submit the claim, there will be another window that pops up that says, claim successfully sent, submitted. So that's the gist of claim creation and submission in avantMD 2.0. The rest of this should be reasonably obvious, but that was kind of the high-level view of the process. So thanks for watching the video, and I hope you learned something.